Hi, Mark here from the Tangent-Bound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangent-Bound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangent-Bound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangentBoundNetwork.com and see if Tangent-Bound Network is right for you.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Hello, and welcome to the Moving the Needle podcast, where we ask, what moves you? Excellent or bogus? Did anyone do the right thing? Do you mess with the Zohan? With me tonight to discuss Do the Right Thing, Rocky vs. Creed, childhood, guilty pleasures, a test of time, you don't mess with the Zohan, once upon a time in Hollywood. With me tonight is Stephanie.
Hello.
Roy. Hello. And Henno. Yo, we want to thank you for listening on iTunes. We're also available on Spotify, just about everywhere you can find podcasts. We are, so come on now, Google Let Play. Us know. Email us at mtnpodcast@gmail.com or on facebook.com/mtnpod. Twitter and tweet us at mtnpod. There's so many ways to find us.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. The boys will let you know when there's a spurler. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 433.
Sexiest podcast on the network.
I feel like right after you say that, like that, the old NBC, the more you know thing should flash, you know?
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Ah.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's how we end our show with the more you know, because this whole thing is an education, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah, forget that book learning you get at school.
Yeah, that whack-ass book learning. Just listen to Salty Language.
Throw them shits right out the window.
You want to know about hobos?
Got it.
We got hobos.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know about bears? We got bears. And
Yep.
I don't know, other things we talk about. Dick joke 101.
I was going to say bullshits. We got bullshits.
Yeah, we got so much bullshits. Off-roading, rubbing is racing.
Yeah. Boy, that's an old pull.
All right.
Old pull. But yeah.
That's all right, though.
Yeah. So, does it feel like it's been forever since we recorded to you?
Yeah, but it's been just slightly over a week because, because today's, breaking the wall. We're recording a day late first because, I suck, basically.
Yeah. QY2J's music. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Get my first wrestling reference out of the way.
I mean, you gotta.
Yeah. It is. I mean, it's what I do. So
I think it's like the law of the land.
Mm-hmm. I try. There's plenty of episodes where I didn't make a wrestling reference, but it's pretty slim. I think in most of them I've tucked at least something in there.
I mean,
So what have you been up to?
Oh man, it's been a week.
Mm-hmm.
I had the first Thanksgiving meal already,
Right.
which was weird.
Mm.
And although I did make these delightful little miniature sweet potato pies,
Yeah.
they were fucking delicious.
I'll tell you the what is it? The bake that you did looked pretty strong too.
That was pretty good too, but
Yeah.
the real winner was the sweet potato
Oh, yeah?
pies.
Well, I mean, how could you go wrong? It's sweet potato pie, right?
It is sweet potato pie.
Yeah.
But it was kind of weird though, because I mean, obviously I'm a big fan of my family and all, but like,
I guess.
that weekend was the weekend where my parents were like moving their furniture from the cottage they sold down to South Carolina.
Yeah.
So they weren't there. Peanut, my brother-in-law, wasn't there because he was helping. So it was just like it was like a skeleton crew of family. I was like, it was just kind of like,
So
it was like a rainy, shitty day. I was like, this doesn't feel like Thanksgiving.
right. No football on the TV. No.
Yeah,
I mean, there was.
you're right.
Yeah.
There was no football on it. Like, I mean, there was football on because it was
Yeah.
Sunday, but
Right.
no one turned on TV.
Yeah, because it's not the Thanksgiving football game. I guess.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I stopped at a store and I picked up like a big 12-pack of Sam Adams like Winter Ale. Like, yeah, no one drank any. I just took it home. I was like, whatever, fuck you guys. Like, I had like 3 of them,
Right.
It's just like this did not feel like a classic Thanksgiving to me for some reason.
Yeah.
Not saying it wasn't a good time. Not saying that the food was delicious. There was a good seeing the family, but it's just like this just felt like a gathering.
Well, I mean, in fairness, it is a good. I mean, you were almost a month off of Thanksgiving, or 3 weeks,
right?
whatever, So, I guess that's probably part of it, Like you're still picking Halloween candy out of your teeths, and
Yeah, exactly, for sure.
Yeah.
Stepping on candy corn and
right,
shit.
yeah, and you're like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, hey, turkey, all right, whatever. I can.
Yeah,
throw it
like
out.
half the people still have like rotting pumpkins on their front porch.
Yeah,
with
exactly,
spooky
right.
faces carved into them.
I was just gonna say my neighbors still have pumpkins outside. Oddly enough, they have not rotted for some reason. So
Maybe they're not. Maybe those weird foam ones.
maybe, yeah, I don't know. They painted them to look like Mike and oh shit, I can't think of the other character's name from Monsters Inc.
Oh, Mike and Sully.
Sully, yeah, thank you. They painted him to look like that, which was I kind of laughed at the first time I saw him and stuff. But they've got a Santa thing hanging on their front door now. It's like I feel like when you're bringing out Santa, Halloween stuff,
Throw the pumpkins in the garbage.
right? Unless it's like Nightmare Before Christmas type stuff, and you're like, this fits both a little bit. So
True.
'Cause
I'm also feeling like that Santa shouldn't be anywhere until you put your pilgrim shit away.
well, they don't have any pilgrim shit out, but I agree with you.
But
Like,
then
yeah.
Santa stays in the box in the attic or whatever.
Where he belongs. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
you go here now.
You know how it is.
Right, put Santa in the old shame corner or whatever.
Don't want to put Santa in the corner. He kills everybody
Yeah,
with his Santa magic.
I guess. Yeah, I didn't know that was one of his, things, but sure.
I'm assuming he has Santa magic.
I mean, he's clearly
saying.
got some magic. I mean, he can like turn to, I don't know, whatever, and float up chimneys and shit without, and get down chimneys that don't have openings.
I spend all night eating cookies.
Mhm.
It shows, Santa.
Well,
by the way, it shows.
I don't know. Think about how many kids' houses he hits. If he eats even one, just like a couple bites of a cookie from each one, sip or two of milk. First of all, hopefully, as we've said in the past, hopefully he's not lactose intolerant because that'd be horrible. But
It would be. That's why the sleigh is open top.
Smart. Just do
Got
right
that
over
drop
the side.
top sleigh.
Yeah, I just figured there's a bunch of roofs around the world with just Santa dumps on it.
Exactly. Just squatting behind a chimney.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to get caught in the house.
God. Yeah, right.
Like, honey, is it raining outside? No, that's Santa with the old flutums.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But he was drinking that milk again.
Yep. Milk and cookies equals lose bowel. He does it every year for some reason.
I think he enjoys it. Like, how come he never does this to the neighbors? Because they give him soy milk, or almond milk, like I told you to get, but you don't listen to me.
Because they're Jews. Oh.
Oh, wow. It works, right?
Not wrong.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, what?
Go ahead.
No, it's like, yeah, I had that going on, but it was like the little fucking sweet potato pies I brought,
Mm-hmm.
and then my aunt always makes brownies. That was like the dessert. There's no pumpkin pie.
That's weird, man.
Man,
You had sweet
the
potato
turkey
pie
was
though.
Delicious. It is every year though.
Yeah, you did sweet potato pies though, so I can. Whoa, I'd be okay with there not being pumpkin pie only because you did those.
Right. Yeah, it was just, I don't know, man. It was strange.
Yeah.
Did I ever finish off the tale of French bread on a show?
Yeah.
The whole situation?
That you gave French bread back?
Okay, so, there's more.
Oh, there's more. Okay. Damn.
There's more. Okay.
Man, this is now the trilogy of French bread.
Yeah, French bread update.
Okay.
Okay, so Michelle took French bread back.
Right.
And like 20 minutes later, he was in the yard here.
I believe I called that, right? No.
I think you did.
I think I was like, I wonder if he'll come back.
So they went and got him again, and I guess their daughter, was like, still calling him Fred for some dumb reason.
His name is clearly French bread. It's been established.
It's clearly French bread. Charged him, and the cat took off running.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah, so it became the hunt
for
French bread.
Now, by charged him, you mean like in basketball where he had his feet planted, paws up in the air, and she just lowered her shoulder and went right through him, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, just making sure. That's what I thought.
No, so he took off running. And, it was like Michelle was getting texts and phone calls like, have you seen him? Like, no.
Yeah.
It turned out that he was way up in one of the trees in her backyard. Like, way up.
Yeah.
Right? So this turned into a situation now.
Yeah.
Like, it was like day one, the cat's up there. And we're like, she's like, I gotta go work now. I can do.
Yeah.
Day two, like, okay, we're going to put food out and try to tempt the cat down. Cat still up there. Meow, meow, meow. He's just meowing.
Yeah.
And he's so high up. Like, I don't have a ladder tall enough to reach him.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, day two goes by. He's in the tree.
Right.
Never came down to get the food. Not just stayed in the damn tree.
Well, because he's like, that's a trap. I'm not that stupid.
Or, yeah. It's a, well, I mean,
yeah.
What the fuck is there? It's
a trap.
Yep. Yeah.
So day three rolls around. This is Thanksgiving Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and my aunt lives like in Brooklyn, Michigan. It's probably a 40, 50-minute drive from where I was at.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, Michelle, you drive up, meet me. If you want to come by early, cool. You can help us make like sweet potato pies and stuff.
Mm.
And then from there, we're gonna go to my aunt's house. And she's got like this cool little webcam thing that her dad gave her, like because I guess he gets a bunch of free shit somehow.
All right.
I don't know how. But I had this camera set up in the back window so you can see the nonsense happening. Because the neighbor, the dude who is the owner of the French,
right,
hired a tree climber to try to get the cat.
Where do you find a tree climber? Is that like you just?
Apparently, you post on Facebook.
Oh, okay, that explains it. All right.
Yeah, Facebook sums it up.
Okay, fine.
And, from what I was told, this guy's a very definition of the meme Kyle, monster energy, punching holes in drywall
Right.
kind of thing.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was, if I remember right before she left, there was a lot of like, I'm real confused on why I'm here, and this guy owes me like $100, and, that's not, you're a cat, but you're a tree, I can shoot him out of a tree, or just all kinds of dumb shit.
Wow, all right.
Yeah, hence the webcam being set up.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he wasn't like, I brought a chainsaw, let's just cut the tree down.
You're right.
Yeah.
So she left to come up and help us do sweet potato pies and stuff.
Mm.
And when she gets there, checking the phone, see what's doing.
Yeah.
And it was the guy in the tree, and I think the neighbor guy, or no, the neighbor guy's girlfriend maybe, were in the backyard, and he's monkeying up the tree, and then I think we waited a little bit and look, checked the phone, and there's fire department in the backyard. I'm like, well, that's interesting. And my thought was, because you couldn't quite tell, they looked official, they had jackets and stuff. Later, zooming in, I was like, oh, this is fire department. But that her neighbor here is like an ex-cop, and he's like neighborhood watch.
Yeah.
My thought was like, oh, I bet she called the cops,
Yeah.
Like there's people, and that's clearly not her. There's people in her backyard.
Climbing a tree.
Climbing a tree.
Like, who's that asshole climbing a tree? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, the fire department came because the guy went up the tree, couldn't get the cat to come to him, and then he got stuck.
Wow. All right.
Right?
Yeah.
So they, brought a ladder out to get him down, and they're just like, we don't do cats. Like, we get people out of trees. We don't get cats out of trees.
No, man. So we've been lied to all this time
We've been lied to this whole time.
by television and movies?
Fake news.
Now,
Brian.
I assume they were all shirtless and earled up.
Well, yeah.
Because they're
of course.
firemen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh. Of course they were.
All right.
So, we get home from Thanksgiving, and it's, it's starting to get like, that's part of the week is starting to get cold and shit.
Right.
And he's up in a tree. Meow, meow, meow. Like, even the neighbor next door on the other side, like, we're in the house, you just hear a knock at the door, and she's like, hey, I'm your neighbor. Did you ever find your cat? She's like, yeah. She's like, oh, because you have an orange cat. She's like, I can hear him in my house.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, like, we know. It's someone else's cat. We've been trying all kinds of...
You should have been like, ma'am, there's no cat up there.
Yeah, there is no cat.
She's like, it's right there. But like, I don't see anything.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am.
Yeah.
So we're going on to like day 3, night number 2 now, or whatever.
Right.
I think. Yeah. And so next morning, we go to bed because there's nothing we can do. Like,
Right.
I went out there and looked around. I'm like, there's no way I can get up there.
Yeah.
I was even like I pulled up shit online. Like, what do you do if a cat gets stuck in a tree? And I was looking into like maybe I could rent like one of those like small like man lifts.
Like a cherry picker to get up there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he was a good cat. So I'm like, I don't want this fucker to, I mean, that old saying, you never see a cat skeleton in a tree, do you?
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with an orange body in the backyard.
Right.
So, next morning we get up and I leave for work, and Michelle grabs the flashlight and she goes out there, and I can see the flashlight shining in the trees. I'm pulling away.
Right. Her neighbors think she's having a rave outside.
Yeah, exactly. But no, the cat wasn't in the tree.
Really?
Yeah. So she huh? So she texts the people like, hey, just to let you know, I just went outside. Cat's not in the tree. He's, the food we put out is gone. He might be on the move.
Right.
And she's like, oh, well, thanks. Like,
now I'm picturing it like an episode of Live PD going on. Like.
Yeah, right. He's on the move. Get the chopper.
Yeah.
But so the person who owned the cat texts back like a couple minutes later, like, hey, he's curled up asleep in our garage.
Huh. So he got down on his own.
So he somehow figured out how to get out of that damn tree. And a lot of stuff I read online is like, if a cat's in a tree and you can't get to it, as much as it sucks, you have to just let him. Because at some point the cat goes, I got to get out of here. I'm going to die.
Right. Wow.
You know?
All right. Wow.
For a while, but he was way the fuck up there.
Yeah. Well, makes sense, right? Terrified and figured I'm going to get way the hell
Yeah,
away
I mean,
from, this
that
monster.
was the night it was starting to get cold and windy, and
Right.
I was like, oh boy, this is not going to be a good night for that cat.
Yeah, because there's no staying warm when you're up like that, like you just
you're up
can't.
on a branch.
And there's nowhere to
you
really
can't-
like curl up,
There's
There's
no shelter.
Yeah. So, yeesh. Well, I'm glad it ended well.
He's safe and sound, apparently.
Well, good.
Sure, he was hungry and cold, but I mean,
Man.
and I asked her today. I was like, "Have you heard anything else?" She's like, "No, they said they're going to bring him inside, and hopefully the cat's not a dick to like it was originally in that house." But
why don't they boot the dick cat instead?
Yeah, I know, right? Go like rent a bucket lift, put that cat way up in the tree, and keep the good one.
Wow, I mean that's a bit extreme, but yeah.
This will teach you.
Yeah. You no more get back down to the ground, the cat's already behind you. And you're like, how the fuck did you get down so fast?
Oh, that's right, I forgot. You're an asshole.
Yeah. Or better yet, as you're coming down, the cat just jumps and lands on your head or something,
Yeah, with all pointy ends out.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Of course.
And with teeth, just for good measure.
Well, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the final chapter in the saga of French bread.
Man. Had all sorts of twists and turns. Yeah.
I know, right? It's crazy.
We'll say it again. Vive la French bread.
Vive la French bread. But I mean, basically my week, with the exception of some of this, like this past weekend, it was just looking at houses. I've been looking at houses, walking through them, seeing some real goofy shit.
Yeah, I bet.
Which is kind of half the fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it's been a weird week. I mean, I'm trying to decide, like, do I talk about the weekend I just had, or do I save that for the next show?
Whichever you want to do.
You know what I'm saying?
Whatever you want to do.
Because it was a festive weekend.
All right. Well, I mean, you can get into it. It's fine.
Fuck it. Let's get into it.
All right.
Oh, I also got Disney Plus.
Okay. I did too.
Because Verizon Unlimited. I was like, fuck, it's free for a year. Okay. Why would I not?
I don't so much have Verizon Unlimited, but I'm already paying for Hulu. So I was like, it's like $5 more. Or $7, or whatever it is. And I get ESPN Plus.
And you get ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
Because what do they do? They like credit your bill or something, right?
Yeah, they credit your bill for the Hulu. And then your charge was at $7.99 or whatever it is, or $6.99, whatever. I don't remember which it is for the other two. Yeah.
Because I figure once my year's up, because I have Hulu as well, I'm just going to upgrade.
Yeah.
But if I don't have to pay for anything right now, I might as well not pay for it.
Right? I mean, $12.99 a month, you get Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu. That's a hell of a deal. Because Hulu's very quickly become a very robust app. So there's tons of good stuff on there.
It's delicious.
Yeah. So, and I watched some of the UFC fights on Saturday night on ESPN Plus. So,
that's pretty sexy.
Yeah, I was like, sweet, I can finally watch these things again without, having to sail the seas, if you will.
For sure. Once upon a time, T and I used to go out and watch them at bars.
Yeah. Speaking of, I saw a commercial last night that Dave & Buster's apparently has like this massive TV that they get the fights on.
Really?
By massive, I mean it's like 40 foot.
Oh my God.
It's like a, just a long screen basically.
I'm just saying we should, maybe we should get back into it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not against that. Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
But, no, we've made the decision that, because like she's seen the original trilogy of Star Wars, and that's it.
Okay.
So we're gonna watch all of them.
So you're gonna watch them in
like
chronological
in
order? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, chronologically.
Okay.
Even like I'm gonna slip Rogue One in between episode, 3 and 4. Stuff like that.
Right. Makes sense.
I found the complete stretch of the Cartoon Network shorts from the Clone Wars.
Yep.
That explains why General Grievous is hurt.
Right.
I found that on YouTube, so I'm like, we're going to watch this too.
Right.
Between 2 and 3.
Right. You're going to watch all of Clone Wars too, right? Because that's in between those and the new ones.
I don't think I can do that.
Oh, I think you can. They're really good.
I know. I plan on watching those eventually.
Yeah, I know.
But,
I know that's quite enough.
boy, let me tell you.
There's 100 and
yesterday
some
I
odd
watched
episodes.
Phantom Menace for the first time I've watched in a long time, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the CGI doesn't hold up anymore.
You know what I find is, for me, it's too the prequels are they're too glossy. Because they quit using as much practical effects. And in the original 3 and the newer ones, they're using way more practical effects, so the things look more they look more realistic. They don't look shiny and slick, you know.
That's fair.
So that's something I notice when I'm watching them too. It's like, man, you can tell how heavy-handed they are with the CG in these.
Oh my god, it's brutal.
Yeah.
Like like the act, like it's like she's like, I've never seen drier acting. I mean, and I get it because like the Jedi are supposed to be like, you know, emotionless dudes. So I mean that's part of it too. But the whole movie's like, oof. Oof. I'm like, you know, and I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, man, George Lucas tried to insert like all this political intrigue.
Yeah.
And all everybody wanted was blasters and lightsabers.
That's true. It really is.
You know?
Well, like I said, when Phantom Menace first came out, you know, like when people were like, oh, I can't wait to whatever. And I'm like, there's only one story anyone gives a shit about in here. And that's the rise of Darth Vader. That's it.
Yeah.
That is the only thing anyone cares about in these prequels. No one gives a shit about any of the other stuff. You know, like...
Well, and they added all that goofy shit, like, oh, the midichlorian count, and he's a child of the Force. Like, oh...
Man, yeah. Jedi AIDS, yeah.
Exactly.
Ugh.
So, yeah, anywho, enough of that. But yeah, so this past weekend, I probably drank too much this weekend.
Fair.
If I'm being 100% honest.
Okay.
Because, like, Saturday... You know, our mutual buddy Steve.
Yeah.
He hit me. Like, I haven't talked to him in a while. He hit me up. He's like, "Hey man, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. We should go get some pie." He's like, "I found this brewery. It's called Funky Turtle."
Okay.
I was like, "What?" I've never heard of this. He's like, "Yeah, it's on Sylvania Avenue." Like,
really?
Like, oh, okay. And he sent me a link, and he's like, everything they do is barrel aged.
Okay.
I'm like, well, I'm down for going there. He's like, all right. You know, I told him, like, how about we meet there like 7 o'clock? He's like, all right.
Yeah.
I think that's just where they brew. Because they have beers out there, but that was for sure not a tap out. And it's in like not a great part of town.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Like, do you know where that Boyd's Candy Store is? And we're going super local.
Yeah, yeah.
It's further down Sylvania.
Oh, it's
like
that way on Sylvania. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely not the way you want to go on Sylvania. Yeah.
It's not a great part of town. But I was like, you know, I'm like, dude, everything's barrel aged, Funky Turtle. That's a cool logo. I'm like, I'm down for this place.
Sure.
Well, for sure it wasn't open. I called him. I'm like, bro, I don't know how close you are, but this place is not open. He's like, I'll be there in a few minutes. I'm like, all right, there's a Dollar General right up the course there is. There's a Dollar General right up the road.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be in the parking lot. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So he pulls in. We're just trying to figure out what we're doing. He's like, well, you know, I'm like, we can go downtown. We can go to West Toledo. He's like, well, what brewery's close to you? I'm like, me inside the 5, but you know, it's a little on the, it's kind of pricey, and it's going to be packed.
Yep. Yeah.
And then I'm like, clicked where we were sitting. I'm like, bro, if we go down Lewis, we can go to Pavlov's.
Right.
And he's like, oh, I've never been there. I'm like, all right, let's go. So we went up going to Pavlov's, hung out, had, you know, a couple pints. We both did a flight then.
Nice.
You know, unfortunately, Pavlov's, they don't have food. But I even asked him before I left. I'm like, do you need to eat? And he's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, that's definitely the move you have to make before going there. I mean, we found, well, when we went there, we weren't really, well, no, we did. We left to go eat. That's right. I was trying to think. Yeah, we left to go eat. That's right. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah.
The beer's still delicious. You know, they didn't have anybody I know bartending this time, but the guy bartending was a new as shit, which is nice.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, although the one thing he didn't know, because I'm like, they had a pumpkin beer. And I asked him, like, I got my flight, and I'm like, all right, man, this pumpkin beer, what do you think? He's like, oh, it's like one of our best sellers. It's so good. I went, all right, let me try it. Nope.
Yeah.
Not a fan. Although they cross it off the board while we're sitting there, so they're out till next year. So
Oh, okay.
you don't have to worry about affecting your taste buds with that.
Fair enough. I saw
Yeah,
they've got a cherry stout, I believe.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that sounded pretty strong. I mean, it's
Yeah,
hard to.
I tried that.
Know, most of the cherry stouts I've had have been pretty decent. So.
I mean, still my favorite they have is that peanut butter treat. It's such a good
That
peanut
was
butter
pretty
stout.
good. Yeah, that was good.
I ended up finish off the night with a pint of that. I was like, oh, it's so good. Or no, I did a snifter because I was like, I should not do a pint.
Yeah, that's right. Because that one's a little stronger, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah. But so we're wrapping it up, and then you know, Steve's like, man, he's like, I know it's not the greatest weather for it, but I could really go for a cigar. I'm like, yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I looked at the time, it was like 10:30 or something like that. And he's like, I'm like, that way, like that place on Monroe, close at midnight.
Yeah, right.
He's like, yeah, I know. He's like, I know. I've been actually looking at cigar shops on my phone to see if they close.
Nice.
So we ended up going out to La Havana, Cuba, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do, yeah.
That cigar joint with all the leather couches.
Yeah.
Yeah. So went in there, picked up a nice smoke. And of course I walked in and that maniac that I used to know from my other job was in there. Hey, Tony, how do you do? His bizarre ass cowboy hat on.
That guy was a riot.
Yeah, he was again. But we just, bellied up to the bar there and just started smoking. And then Steve's like, do you want to do some scotch?
Like, not here, I don't know.
That's what I was thinking, but he's like, I'll buy. I'm like, yeah, all right. Especially like if he's buying, whatever.
Right, you're like, whatever your highest is. No.
So we both got, man, like that scotch was with that cigar was just made me feel so good, and not because of the booze,
right?
Just the act of it,
right?
Sitting there just bullshitting,
being fancy
sipping.
Gentlemen, right?
Yeah, I was like, I need to buy a bottle of scotch because I don't have one.
I don't think I've ever owned a bottle of scotch, but I mean, again, it's no secret. I'm not the biggest scotch fan. Once in a while, I'm good with. That was
delicious.
All right, I'm not against. I'm not against drinking it. I generally just don't buy it because it's something I don't generally have a craving for.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it was a nice way to end the evening.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem was we closed that place out. It closed at midnight, right?
Yeah.
Now, next day, my ass had to get up early because unfortunately, you had spinal bifida or something was going on.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was going up to Detroit to record Shot of History of our buddy Big Dev.
Right.
And I woke up, I was like I wasn't like hungover, but I was a little foggy.
Yeah, sure.
And I was like, oh, I gotta get going. I hit the road. And I was like, fuck. Normally when I go to Shot of History, I bring a bottle of booze because it's kind of like communal.
Sure.
And I did not have all my stuff's packed, and all I have is like a half a bottle of Wild Turkey and that caramel apple or that salted caramel. And I'm like, I'm not bringing flavored whiskey.
Right.
It seems like an outrage.
Right.
So I was like,
I feel like you should have walked in with the half bottle of Wild Turkey because it would have been just kind of funny to be like, did you drink that on the way?
No. It's like Step Brothers. Did you touch my drum set?
Yeah.
No. But when on the way to the highway, I'm like, dude, I'm going to drive by Holy Toledo. I'm going to grab a dozen of these fancy ass donuts.
Nice. That's a good
take them up there as like an offering.
Right.
Which I'm glad I did because everyone seemed to enjoy them.
Sure.
But but also my dumb ass on my way out there, I needed coffee, like stat, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna be forced to have drive-through coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no Tim Hortons on my route or nothing. So I'm like, all right, I'm coming up to the end where I'm about ready to get on 75. I'm like, all right, Tony, you got a choice here. You got McDonald's, you got Burger King.
Or gas station.
Now,
Yeah.
or a gas. I guess,
Yeah.
I guess I could have gas. Gas station was smarter considering what I got myself into.
Probably. Yeah.
So I looked at the McDonald's, and it must have been like, like free McMuffin day, because there was a line almost to the street.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at Burger King, and there's no one.
Which is all you need to know.
Yeah, exactly. So my ass went to Burger King.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Had it your
and
way.
I'm pulling
right?
around the thing, and I'm thinking like, I'm a little peckish. Maybe I'll get some like French toast sticks or something stupid to eat on my
Right.
way up there.
6 or 7
And
Whoppers.
then behold,
right.
in the middle of their menu board, something called the Egg-Normous Burrito.
Oh my.
Yeah, and I was like, I like a breakfast burrito.
I love the fact that the guy, who rarely eats fast food, pulls up to a place like Burger King and goes, I'm going to have that.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like, yeah, it was like the morning glistening sun was
Right.
like, oh, it's covered in a little dew and frost, you know.
Sure.
So I was like, all right, let me get me one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the concept behind it.
Okay.
I think if the quality of ingredients inside were better, it would have been delicious.
Well, yeah.
Because I don't know if you're familiar with what the Egg-Normous is.
I am not. No.
Okay. Well, one, it looks like about the size of like a 6-month-old baby's thigh.
Okay, probably.
Like
is.
it's a beefy burrito.
Mm-hmm. They probably just hollow
Like,
one
look,
out. Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
some defective baby
Right.
thighs. But then, and I know sausage patties don't exist in nature.
They do though. What are you
Right.
talking about? I've seen them.
Oh, fair enough.
Out down on
This sausage
the
patty
Jimmy
should.
Dean farm. Right.
Because it's inside of the Egg-Normous is basically a sausage patty the length of the burrito,
That's weird.
right?
Yeah.
I thought it was a little weird too.
Yeah. You'd think they would just
And
have
then-
regular patties. They would just like hack them in half and
Like put a couple down.
yeah, or something like that. Yeah. That's all right.
It was basically like this big weird rectangular patty.
So it's pretty
And
much like when you're like, I'm gonna have a hamburger tonight, and you're like, shit, all I have is hot dog buns. So all of a sudden you're eating a long hamburger.
Very accurate. Yes, that's extremely accurate. So on top of this sausage patty, they put bacon,
Okay.
which I don't trust Burger King bacon because it had just some weird taste to it. That it was like
Yeah.
it was like bacon's weird cousin.
Right.
You know, like it's got the bacon family traits, but it's not quite there.
Right. It's like BAKEN. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
BAY.
Right,
CON, bacon.
Or its name is Kevin, whichever. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, you throw like this, weird like loaf of egg,
Right.
because
Mhm.
yeah.
As
And
you
then
do.
there's cheese,
Sure.
and then there's their weird little like hash brown medallions
Right.
that
Yeah.
also comes with a side of hash browns in case
Well,
you didn't eat enough hash browns.
Yeah, I mean, you need more. So that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, and it's all wrapped in a tortilla and all that good
Yeah.
stuff, of course.
Right.
And honestly, all in all, it's like not a bad execution, but I mean,
Yeah.
you fast forward to about 1 o'clock, I wasn't feeling too great.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're hoping for a crazy man in a DeLorean to show up so you can go back in time.
Yeah, exactly.
Tony, it's about your colon.
Yeah. Just get T-boned by a DeLorean as a pulling into it.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. But anyway, so I get to Detroit. I left to try to get there about 10, 15, 20 minutes early if I can.
Right.
Right. I get to the old Detroit shipping company, Podcast Detroit. I'm like, here we go. Pull in, and there is no cars. I'm like, this is suspect. So I text Dev. I'm like, Detroit shipping company, right? And just in case, I throw my backpack off, my laptop shit, and grab my donuts. I head upstairs where their studio is.
Yeah.
And as soon as I get upstairs, I peek in the window. It's just pitch black. I'm like, And then I hear my phone go in my pocket,
Yeah.
Pull it out. He's like, oh no, we're at the Royal Oak studio. I'm like, fuck. All right, I'll be I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot, how far away is Royal Oak from Detroit?
15, 20
Okay,
minute
that's
drive,
what I was
maybe.
thinking.
It wasn't too far.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think it was that far, but still, it's that.
It was far enough to make me late.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
But
you
they were
also,
waiting for
you
me.
forgot to calculate in your time that you were going to be enormous weight extra. So that's going to slow
That's
you
true.
down some. You know,
That's true.
you're no longer as sleek and aerodynamic, you know, because
Yeah,
you're
for sure. Look like a python, just ate like a sheep.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I assume that's how you ate the burrito too. You just unhinged your jaw and just
Well, I mean, I was in traffic, so it's basically what you have to do.
right,
Yeah. Naturally.
right. That'd be fun. You just cram the thing in your mouth and you're just sitting there driving. You got both hands on the wheel, of course. Or well,
Naturally, 10 to 2.
right. Or both hands on the phone, knee on the wheel. But and you're
Of course.
you're not moving the burrito forward with your hand. You're just like keep like using your teeth to just kind of pull more of it into your mouth.
Just draw it back.
Yeah. Someone in the car next to you is just watching in amazement with their phone out.
Yeah. Suddenly,
Now you're a YouTube
front
star.
page of Reddit.
Yeah. Wow.
Now, get to the studio, which I'm glad they waited.
Yeah.
I would just interrupted, which would have been fine.
I actually think that would have been the funnier way to go.
I know. Just kick the door and I brought donuts, bitches.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, Tony decided to finally join us.
And but no, I sat down and then we actually recorded, I think, like 6 episodes.
Oh my.
And that first one I did like the shot, like Dev like showed me this bottle of this bourbon he has, and he poured me a shot. And I was like, all right, and I put that down. And I was like I immediately felt that warmth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't. Like, I don't know if I'll be recording 5 shows. And I'm like, I can't do 4 more of those and then drive home.
Right.
That is right. So I started pouring my
and
own
that's
shots.
without
I was doing,
any indictments too.
right. Well, not even. I think I had one when I was the historian, and
Yeah.
I just didn't even I'm not playing your stupid games. Basically,
Right.
I just plowed through it and kept going.
Right.
But yeah, that first shot, and it's like 10 in the morning, 10:15 or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
like,
So you were getting a late start. Yeah.
yeah, accurate. But I was like, yeah, if I do 4 more of these like man shots, I am done.
I'm surprised you had any room in your stomach for a shot.
For that, after that enormous.
Yeah.
I know, right? Well, actually, that might have been a good move to get that big dumb burrito.
It might have been, yeah.
Now that I think about it, maybe that was like Jesus intervening.
Yeah.
Like, quick, clear out the Burger King, load up the McDonald's,
Yeah.
shine the sun on that enormous ad.
Oh, hey, what's this? Like, all
Yeah,
I see is
exactly.
two sets of footprints walking up here.
Exactly. Oh man.
Then there's like
But,
6 sets of footprints. Oh, that's when the paramedics came for you.
Yeah. I stayed away from the beer tap that they have in there. I had like a Diet Coke, and I was doing these little baby shots. Although I think Dave brought peanut butter whiskey right out.
It just doesn't even sound okay to me.
Maybe as a mixer
Okay.
with like a chocolate thing or something.
Yeah. I could deal with
But
that. Or maybe
just
in
by
like
itself,
cooking or something.
no bueno by itself.
Yeah, no. I'm like you.
Yeah.
I'm not a big flavored whiskey person, and the only one that I ever really did anything with was like Red Stag, and that was as a mixer, just dumping that in
Yeah,
Coke.
still, I wouldn't drink Red Stag straight.
No, for sure. No, but I'd dump it
Yeah.
in a Coke, that's for sure,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was. So yeah, we plowed through all those shot histories, which is nice. I had a good time.
Nice.
Hung out with the Stephanie and Calvin and Dave and Calvin's wife and Dad. It was a good time.
Mhm.
Good, clean fun.
Right.
And then like afterwards, like Stephanie and Calvin are like, oh, we should go to a winery after this and get some food. And I'm like, I'm like thinking like, I don't need to go drink more. I should just go home.
And you're like, dude, I ate enough for like 5 days. I don't.
Yeah, exactly. But then Dev's like, He's like, man, you know what's right around the corner from here? Royal Oak, Roke Brewing. He's like, I wonder if they got Dark Horse on tap since they bought them. You know, we're just bullshitting.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And then he starts talking about their pizzas and how they're so good.
Right.
And I was like, I'm like, when we're done here, do you want to go get some lunch? Check it out? And he's like, yeah, we'll do that. So I ended up drinking more.
Yeah, naturally. Well, I mean, be
went to
rude
Roke.
not to. I mean,
Would be rude not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, went to Roke, which is beautiful inside.
Oh yeah.
Just beautiful brewery. Yeah, like they've got basically a wall of glass where you can look in at all the stuff aging in barrels, and it's really cool.
Nice.
But we bellied up to the bar because a couple of manly men like we are.
Right.
Ordered our beers, then we split an appetizer of brie and apples like manly men do.
Right, as manly men do. Right.
That was delicious, though.
What kind of apples did they give you with the brie?
It was like little crostinis and then green apple slices.
Okay, I figured it was green apples. Okay.
And then the brie, bro, had like toasted almonds, brown sugar, a little maple syrup on it. It
nice.
was fucking delicious.
Nice. That sounds like a manly appetizer.
It certainly was
Yeah.
for us manly men. Like I'm pretty sure the bartender thought we were just like lovers.
Well, hey, whatever. I mean,
Well, yeah, because we're discussing like what we want to eat, and I was like, well, how big are these pizzas? And Dev's like, you want to split a small? I'm like, yeah, we can do that. And I was like, well, we should get an app.
I'm just picturing one of you looking at the menu going, oh, wow, that brie and apple sounds really good, but I won't eat the whole thing. Would you split that with me if I get it?
Well, I think that was the thought with the pizza.
Yeah.
But I'm like, we should definitely get an app if we're splitting a pizza. And then he's like, how about the brie? I'm like, dude, I like brie. Let's do that,
Yeah, right.
And then when the guy comes over, like, hey, you guys ready to get the food Dev just ordered? He's like, oh, we're gonna split the small pizza, and can we get that brie? And I'm like, I immediately felt like this dude thinks we're a couple.
That's hilarious. Dev straight up ordered for you. That's great. Yeah.
that's what I was telling Michelle.
Yeah.
Like, he ordered for me. It was so adorable.
Aw, man. Must be nice, hey,
But the pizza we got was the strangest pizza I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, because you definitely told me about this, but it sounded
it was
pretty
a crab
tasty, though.
Rangoon pizza.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if, the listeners out there are familiar with what a crab rangoon is.
I don't know.
But it's like this little fried, puffy deliciousness you get in Chinese restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
It's got cream cheese and crab in it, and they're usually molten hot. You get about 3rd-degree burns in your mouth.
Well, if you don't, you're not doing it right. They're like,
exactly.
It's like pizza rolls. If you can't taste beyond that first burst of it when it explodes into your palate and just nukes your whole mouth, then you're doing it wrong.
If the next day you're not peeling dead mouth skin out of your face, you did it wrong.
Like us at, what was that, Village Idiot or whatever? Or
Oh my God, I paid for that slice of pizza so bad.
I know. Well documented. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, so this pizza it doesn't really have sauce per se, but it's got the cream cheese and the crab.
Right.
It's got like scallions diced up on it. And it's got sweet, kind of sweet spicy Thai chili sauce
Okay.
on it. And then fried bits of wonton all over it.
Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering how they... I just figured that the crust maybe took place of the wonton, so that's interesting.
They had little fried wontons all over it. And as weird as it sounds, it was really good.
Yeah. It definitely sounded weird, but it looked like when you told me what it was, I was like, I don't know. And then I looked, I was like, man, that looks really good. So,
it was really good. That's when he told me about the pizza, I was like, dude, I don't know about a crab rangoon pizza. He's like, no, trust me, it's good. I'm like, all right,
well, he hasn't led us astray yet, so.
No, he really hasn't.
Yeah,
so, shout out Big Dev.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good track record. So.
But I sent that picture of the pizza to several people we know just to see the reaction, and one of them was our pal Cheeto Bandito.
Right.
Which I found out in his area, there's a chicken and waffle pizza that he says is one of his favorites.
Interesting.
And it's what you would do. It's like the chicken and waffle situation with country gravy, mozzarella cheese, and then maple syrup.
Interesting. The mozzarella cheese is the interesting part, because normally chicken and waffles that I've had anyway, there was no cheese to be found. So
yeah.
Interesting.
And I told him, I'm like, I would like this pizza in my face. He's like, yes, it's one of my favorites. I'm like, it sounds amazing.
Yeah. Sounds perfectly all right to me.
Which, speaking of our friend Cheeto, by the way, so you're gonna have to get on this Call of Duty situation, Brian,
I know,
because
I saw.
apparently he's gonna be re-upping his PlayStation Plus soon,
Yeah,
and then we can be all like gang out there.
sweet.
Just
All right.
saying.
All right. The peer pressure.
Just gang, Brian. Gang.
I just need a sugar daddy to buy it for me. That's all I need.
I mean, that's fair.
Or a
That's fair.
sugar mama, either one. Like I've said before in here, I ain't picky, you know?
Yeah, true.
Mhm.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, the whole shot of history thing was great. The only thing that kind of sucked was that drive home.
Yeah, I bet.
Because, after all that eating and like a couple pints at Roke and like little micro shots, I was like halfway home, I was like, oh, dude, I'm so tired.
You should just take a nap on the way home.
Oh, that would have been, it's that cruise control, baby.
Yeah, right? That's what it does. It just drives the car for you right into a ditch.
Yeah, right into a ditch.
And you just have yourself a little nap till the police show up.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it ended up being, that's why yesterday I was like, bro, I am busted.
Right. Yeah, I figured,
You
I was
know,
thinking about that partway through the day yesterday, because I'm like, I remembered you telling me before when you went that you got home, 4 or 5 o'clock, something like that. So,
well, it was like the last time, like a whole year, it's been about a year since I've been up there to record.
yeah.
Afterwards, like we went to like Slows and got dinner and we hung out.
Right.
And I wasn't expecting it this time. And then when Dev and I went out, I was like, oh, because I was like looking at the clock. I'm like, I'll
Yeah.
get home about 3 o'clock. That'll be cool.
Right.
And then him and I just bullshitted for multiple hours, which was nice because I haven't seen that dude in a while. And
Yeah.
it was good to catch up.
Sure. Then you went back
Yeah.
to his place for the nightcap, and yeah, I understand how it works.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're talking.
I mean, he bought you dinner.
a
So,
little reach around.
Yeah, I mean, it's only right. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
Good shit, though.
I guess that was that was basically my week and weekend.
That's quite a bit, though. I mean, that's way
I
more
know,
exciting
it was
than
pretty
mine.
intense.
Yeah. Mine goes from bad to worse, I guess. So,
That sounds exciting.
yeah,
Wait,
it's great.
No, it doesn't.
No. Mine was that I went with Jim to go get food, and when I went to get out of the car, like I turned and just my back was just like, hey, remember I still hurt? And I was like, no, actually I didn't remember that. And then it was like, hey, you should probably go lay down for a long time now. And yeah, so I had to cancel plans on Saturday night. And then I was like, I really don't think I'm going to feel like going tomorrow and sitting for hours when it hurts to sit for 15 minutes right now. And standing isn't any better. So it's not like, I could just be some weirdo and just stand up in the studio.
I mean, you could have.
No, I couldn't have. That's what I'm saying is I wouldn't have been able to. I was on Saturday morning. I was like I probably could have done it, but I was like, I think I'm better off just not doing this. Because I need to just it's your back. It's like one of the, like if this was just a knee ache or something like that, I'd be like, fuck it, let's go. But when it's your back, it's like, yeah, I got to take this a little more seriously. Because
yeah, I mean that's fair.
Yeah, which sucked because I wanted to go out on Saturday night. I wanted to go, on Sunday to go do.
Bro, it would have been a shit show for you if you would have went out Saturday night.
Oh, I know.
Not slept and then,
Yeah. Well, honestly, if I had gone out Saturday night, I would have tried to, tried to sleep on Saturday night. If nothing else, I, have enough drinks to, put me in sleepy moods. But,
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
But also, there's the whole I shouldn't really be drinking, because I'm, medicine that I'm on. So, it's probably all for the best.
I mean, it's just a suggestion.
A strong suggestion, but yeah, sure. They always tell you that, muscle relaxers and alcohol go great together. So,
I mean, celebrities seem to love it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So anyway,
Just
so
saying.
yeah, that stunk, and then yesterday I woke up and I sneezed like 4 times in a row and my back immediately started spasming and I'm like, yay! But, I just basically laid in bed most of the day yesterday. And
That's brutal.
yeah, and then I don't know, about 5 or 6, something like that. I got up and I was feeling quite a bit better. So I was like, okay, it's just, probably still got to it's just a slow process, till it's all healed up.
Right.
So
That's the unfortunate thing about your back is like, it supports literally
Yeah.
everything. So if you're trying to, you can't, unless you're just on bed rest, which even then it can't be good for it to heal.
right. Yeah,
It's so hard to not fuck it up when you're trying
exactly.
to let it rest.
Right. Well, like even laying in bed, like every so often, I'm like pulling my knee up to as far up to my chest as I can. And so, just a little bit of stretch here and there, and I had heat on my back and stuff. So it's, just trying to do that. And then when I've been up and moving around, I've been trying to stretch and everything a little more just to, as it feels better, just try to keep loosening it and or keep it loose so that, it doesn't tighten back up. So I just think it's just one of those things that's just going to take, it's just going to take a little time to be 100%. But, I feel pretty good today. Well, I did earlier anyway, but I've since gone to the grocery store and, carried stuff in, and now I can feel it. Like I'm not hurting, but it's like I can still feel that it's, it's those reminders that you're not 100%. That's all it is.
It's like it's not in the house, but it's in the front yard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's outside with the boombox,
Yeah.
But today, the last couple days, our dog has been really quick. I because I know we may have some sensitive folks listening. I'm going to give a pet update, and it's not going to be good. I'll just go ahead and put it bluntly. So if you're the type that's real sensitive to pet type news and stuff, and you don't want to maybe, be sad, maybe fast forward, 5 or 10 minutes here. All right, good. All right. So, the last few days, Molly, our dog, has not been eating. She's barely been drinking. And
it's never a good sign.
You can just look at her and tell something's not right. And they took her to the vet today, and the vet said that basically, like, her heartbeat's really off. Her kidneys were shutting down, and she's an old dog. Like, she's 22, 23.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the last 2 animals that, we've had that are no longer here, were really old for, so they've lived very good, long, pampered lives. So.
You said 22?
Yeah.
She's 154 in human years.
Right. Just like us.
Jesus.
Yep. But,
What is she, part elf?
Maybe. I mean, she likes Christmas and smiling.
Fair enough.
But yeah, anyway, so the vet basically told them that, given the state that she's in and everything, that, if they brought her home, basically she was just going to start probably having seizures and different stuff. And
yeah, I went through that with Dublin, and it's brutal.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing is Missy, my cat that we had to put down, that's what was the night that we took her to the emergency hospital, vet, was because she was having seizures. So,
right.
And it was like, it's like, you don't want the animal to go through that. You don't want to go through that, all this stuff. And, the vet was basically like, I would put her down. Like, he's like, anything else is probably, basically it's becomes a, existence is pain, from that point.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So they did. And, of course, it's
never easy.
Nah. And I mean, she's not my dog, but, at the same time, it was, she's here all the time. And,
I guess, it's never easy on, like, the house in general.
Yeah. But you know what I mean?
It's like it puts that somber shit
exactly,
in the air.
Yeah. But, it's weird going out there, today, and there's, no dog over there, that's, sitting over there waiting for us to let her out, or, staring at me while I'm cooking because she's, trying to send me messages that, like just staring at me with the feed me face,
Exactly.
So, yeah, It's too bad. She was a good dog, but you know, like I said, she had a, you know, very, very long good life. So
I mean, that's something we've talked about many times on the show, is how much it's great to be a pet owner, and it sucks.
yeah, exactly. Because again, you know, odds are you're going to outlive them. So
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so that's that's how the day started here, and
Oh, lovely.
yeah. So, and I didn't get a lot of sleep, so that on top of it, and then I went to the store, and that never goes well for me. So,
I mean, chock full old man rant.
yeah. It's funny.
Well,
normally I have a bunch of old man rants from the store, but there was just one this time, and there's just this asshole with this Bluetooth headset that basically was acting like nobody else was in the store. I watched him walk right in front of people, cut him off with his cart, like he was paying zero attention to anyone else.
Ugh.
I wanted to just cuff him in the head and knock that thing out of his ear,
Yeah, with like a cast iron pan.
Yeah, basically. So.
It's sneeze in my face. No, it's I feel you on the grocery shopping thing, because I know it's something we bitch about a lot on this program because we're old men.
Right.
I just got an email from like Aldi a couple, like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I haven't used it yet.
Yeah.
Apparently, where I am currently resting my buttocks, they offer free delivery.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, that's fun.
And I don't know if maybe it's like first time's free and then they get you, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's enough that I'm like, I might take them up on that.
Right? Yeah, because I know Kroger does not free. They do delivery, but it's like $10 for delivery. Which I'll tell you, sometimes it's still like $10 ain't that bad.
Yeah, like, it's not. It's worth it for me not to drive down there and deal with all those idiots.
And I don't have to load my car at all, and and they bring it in too. I mean, I always help, but you probably don't
hold
have
the door
to.
for them.
Yeah. Well, I said help.
Tell them, hey, watch the linoleum.
Yeah. Wipe your feet.
Wipe your feet.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I think part of it though is I've gotten spoiled by the curbside pickup thing, where I just sit in my computer and order the food and then we just go pick it up, and I don't have to deal with lines or assholes or anything. They bring it out, they stuff the cart, you just drive away.
Yeah, it's like I've only done that once, and I think it's because, and I always end up spending more money too, but I think it's because I just like to walk the store and look at shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The best part of it is that, you generally will have less impulse buys.
Yeah, and that's like, I really think what like I need to do is I need to sit down, make like a meal plan up.
Yeah.
And then get my shit set aside and then just go pick it up and then just like, or have it come to me, whatever's easiest, and then not walk in the store. Because I do walk in the store and I'm like, yeah, I could add these in my lunchbox or you're right, I'll just impulse buy some dumb shit.
Yeah. But
like I almost impulse, I don't buy into the whole like, oh, we need a certain set of coffee mugs because it's Thanksgiving or whatever. I don't do that shit.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb.
Right.
But there was a coffee mug I almost bought in the holiday section. Just because it was this big giant mug, and I like a big fucking mug,
right.
man.
Right. Like it's one of those like those
leftovers are for quitters.
Right.
And something about that spoke to me.
That's fair. I can live with that.
Yeah, but I didn't buy it though.
Yeah. No. Because they didn't have 4.
I didn't.
No.
I mean, yeah, I need a complete set.
Right. I mean, you got 2 to drink out of it, 2 for throwing.
Big dumb, tea party or whatever.
Right. Pinkies up. Like, do I have to? I really need it to rest this up. to hold this mug.
I don't know if I can hold this with my whole hand.
Yeah. I said pinkies up, damn it.
Pinkies up, motherfucker.
Like a classy gentleman. Sorry.
It's gonna be that's gonna be like one of the like key lines in the movie I'm writing. Pinkies up, motherfucker.
Whenever you bust in on the bad guys, pinkies up, motherfucker. And they're like, what?
What?
Your like your partner is just kind of like, yeah, he's still working on his his catchphrase.
Yeah, we don't get it either.
Yeah, like I don't know. Just put your fucking hands up. You know you're caught. Like
Jesus, it's the police. Just let's get over it.
Right, and then Sting handcuffs you.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Man,
like you do.
Right. So I actually have a couple old man rants for this week. You want?
Do you?
Do one? Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
I wish I had a man rant sound effect.
It's all right. So the first one,
man
that's
rant.
a Macho Man rant, right?
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. The first one is, did you see today that Chick-fil-A announced they're going to quit giving money to like causes that are anti-gay and what have you? You know, the things they've been criticized for donating to.
I have seen that, yeah.
You know, whenever sorry, I had to get a drink.
Okay, good.
Whenever a company does something like that, like, you know, I mean, first of all, you know that this is, you know, from pressure from social media and whatever. But it's also like, you know, the whole thought in their boardroom is like, hey, you know what? Let's just quit doing this. And all of a sudden, all these assholes who are complaining are going to start buying our products, and we're going to make all this extra money.
Yeah, exactly.
And it literally doesn't cost us anything. Right?
Like, guys, you know who I think also enjoys the chicken sandwich? What's that, Peter? The gays.
Really?
You don't say.
They're all writing it down in their notebook.
Yeah, exactly.
In their leather folios.
Yeah, exactly. Probably bound in human flesh.
Probably. Yeah. Like they all look like the Necronomicon.
The gays, you say.
Yeah. The book, when they're doing the book's like, I don't like it. Hush you. Because it was really funny. Like, I saw a bunch of people online that were like, finally I can eat Chick-fil-A now, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I kind of feel like, no, don't. Like, just be like, yeah, good, but I'm still not going to eat your fucking food. Because I know you're only doing this as a money grab. You're not doing it because it's the conscious thing, you know, the right thing to do.
But that's every company.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I just...
Yeah. I can't say every. I'm sure there's a percentage of companies that actually try to do good.
Yeah.
But most of them are just trying to line their own
for sure,
filthy,
right?
dirty pockets.
Yeah, and I'll get to another one in a minute.
Oh, excellent.
Actually, this is kind of both my man rants are about this. I mean, we talked about Chick-fil-A and Popeyes and all that stuff last week, but you know, I don't know. Whatever. You know, if you want to eat your chicken sandwich, whatever. If you start investigating all the companies you buy stuff from, you'd probably never buy anything again. But you know,
that's 100% accurate.
Because most of them are probably owned by some shady folk.
Illuminati.
Right. But I just kind of find it weird that it was just like, you know, they announced this and everybody's like, finally, and it's like, well, first of all, let's hold on now. Let's, like, are we ever going to see proof that they're not donating to Salvation Army and the Christian League and whoever else they donate to?
No, of course not.
Yeah, so how do we know? So that's why I was like, yeah, I feel like just stay the course on that one. You know, and just say, hey, you know what? Just because you do this doesn't, it's kind of like a little kid, you know, like you punish a little kid, then they do what you want them to do. You don't necessarily immediately go, oh, I'm going to give you a reward. Otherwise you teach them, you know, kind of the wrong thing there. You know, it's like, okay, yeah, you did good. Like, what you want, a cookie? You know, but, you know, you did what you're supposed to do.
I can only assume they're saying, because, you know, obviously they're not open Sundays because it's the Lord's Day.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So I can assume that they're saying, like, oh, yeah, we're not, blah, blah, blah. But Back of my head, I think old Bill Filet or whoever owns Chick-fil-A.
I'm pretty sure his name is Bill Filet.
Yeah, Bill
Actually,
Filet.
he prefers William. So
Yeah, William Filet
Filet, yeah.
is probably dropping off like a Chick-fil-A nugget box full of gold doubloons to some shady organization.
Their waffle fries dipped in gold.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, these look delicious. I don't know. I just, it's so hard not to be cynical about this shit. You know, whenever a company does something that feels like it's a good move. I will say this. I mean, good. You know, I'm glad that they're not doing that anymore, you know, allegedly. So, you know, because that's a positive move. Because I've always thought it was really dumb for any company to donate to a cause that could alienate part of your customer base. Right?
Yes.
Why? Your goal as a business should be to get all the monies, not some of the monies.
We want to shove this chicken in everybody's waiting mouth.
Yeah. Like, what? I don't know. That's why I was like, I just don't get it. Like, you know, if I'm a business owner, I'm just going to shut my yap about my politics and deal with that on my own time. You know, vote for who I want to and whatever.
Yeah, go to your weird meetings where they all wear robes and wear animal masks and shit.
Listen, when you're at the bathhouse, it's supposed to stay at the bathhouse, all right? Anyways, end rant one. The second one is, I'm sure you heard by now, like Instagram is phasing out likes, right?
Oh, yeah, I've heard like little bits and pieces of that, yeah.
So the very first thought that I had was, you know, because they say that they're doing it because they're trying to make Instagram more of a safe place, you know, so that people won't encourage FOMO as much. And if you want to hear more about FOMO, go listen to the Crazy Life episode about FOMO. You know, and that's cool. I like that idea because I hate the fact that when I scroll Instagram now, it is seriously like every person you see, if you really look at it, it's almost like a game of Where's Waldo, but for a product.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, there's the energy drink. Oh, there's the makeup. There's the, you know, and it's like,
oh, there's a flashlight.
Yeah, right. See, you've been on my page. No. But anyway, so when I read that they were getting rid of likes, you know, like I said, the first thought I had, honestly, was, oh, that makes so much sense for them. Because, you know, every fourth post on Instagram is an ad, right?
This is true.
Well, when you're scrolling, why do you stop on Instagram? You take those 2 microseconds to click like or double tap a picture, right? As you're scrolling.
Yeah,
so now there's nothing to stop you. You can just keep scrolling because you can look at the picture. Because, you know, a lot of people don't read the captions. They just like whatever. So now there's no liking. So you just keep scrolling. I gotta say,
I'm a caption reader.
Okay, well, no, I am too. But I know there are a lot of people who don't read captions because you can tell, like, when you post something that's really sad and you'll see a bunch of likes on it, you know?
Like, you don't understand people. Well, that is kind of a weird thing, though, because it's like, if I see something on Instagram that's, like, sad, because I am a caption reader.
Yeah.
I'm always at that part, like, well, do I like this to let these people know I'm acknowledging their picture?
Yeah. Right.
Or do I put a comment in like, oh, I'm so sorry?
Yeah.
So I never know what to do there. Sometimes I just like it and go, I hope they get it.
Do you know what I usually do? If there's already comments, I'll comment. But I don't want to be the first comment.
Well, only if you put first in all caps.
Oh, yeah, good call. I should, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, though. That's the comment.
Exclamation.
Right. That's the only comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just kind of fun. Like I said, it's hard to not be, because I know, you know, Instagram a while ago, they started tucking that ad in there, you know, every 4 posts, and they realized that basically nobody complained about it. You know, like people were like, ads suck, man. But to a lot of the people, it wouldn't have mattered if there was an ad every 4 versus 1 in every 25. It's like, ads suck, you know?
To be fair, when they started tucking those ads in, I was so annoyed, I would block those accounts.
I did too, yeah.
And then I just realized it was just like,
you can't win that fight. Yeah.
You can't win.
No, because they'll just put other ads
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be out of curiosity. There's got to be a way to see who you blocked. I'll let's pull it up. It'd be all these just Tide Pods and whatever else. Like, don't eat us. I don't want this on my feed. I want kids to eat these.
Right. Yeah. Natural selection, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I was just thinking about this just from a math perspective, though. Like I said, if you scroll, let's say for just sake of argument, you scroll through 25 posts a minute, right?
Right.
I'm just random number here. I don't know what the actual numbers are. But if you did 25 in a minute, let's say, that means you're going to look at 4 to 6 ads, or 5 or 6 ads, right? Something like that. Wait, no. I said 1 in every 4. So, yeah, 7 or 8 is what I'm going to look at. God, whatever. I can't fucking do math right now. Jesus.
Yeah, ads.
Ugh.
You're scrolling through ads.
Oh, my God. I am just a fucking mess right now.
Have you ever clicked on ads?
Yeah, that's the part that pisses me off the most is I have.
Yes.
Because
Same
they've
here,
gotten
'cause there'll be a
so
picture
good at the
up there.
targeting that I
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Exactly. Because, I can't remember what one of them was. I was like, oh, that's like a fucking cool thing I might need in my everyday life.
Right?
And I clicked in and I'm looking at it. I'm like, what are you doing?
Right. So, man.
I mean, they work.
Yeah, exactly. So
The one that's been popping up on my feed lately is like this picture of this goofy ass dog. It's like, get your dog on your socks. I'm like, fuck, that's so cool. I totally do that. What are you doing, Tony? Don't click it.
like, if you want your dog on your socks, just look down.
Exactly. He's humping them right now.
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, but anyway, like I was saying, it's like, so if they take away the likes, that couple milliseconds or whatever across time is going to filter in extra ads into what you see, and every time you scroll past one of those ads, they get a payday.
Right.
Like, as well as it. Then if you click on them, of course, there's so it's
Sure,
like
extra.
it's a way for them to fractionally increase their potential, if nothing else, for
Those bastards.
that click through or whatever. So
Right.
yeah, and in my head I'm going, I know this has got to be the reason they did it. It's one of those
that
times
makes sense to me.
where they are like, hey, we can do this. It's similar to the Chick-fil-A thing. Hey, here's something we can do, and it will make us more money. And
Yeah.
in both,
I mean, it makes sense to me.
and in both cases, it does seem or is a good thing. Because I like the idea of likes going away. I know there's a lot of people who don't, because they've been I haven't seen anyone say yet about whether or not you can still see them. Or if they just took them away, like if they just took them away from public view, or if no one can see them. And if so, then it's a whole nother story, because, it's like, well, can you see impressions or whatever? Because otherwise it's like, well, how are these influencers going to have anything to show?
That's true.
Because if they tend to get 3,000 likes per post, they can go to whoever advertiser and say, hey, I've got some pull. So I'm very curious, because I know some people have been mad about that it potentially could take away revenue streams for other people.
Right.
Which I'm sure Facebook doesn't care about, because it's like,
Their Facebook.
Well, those same 3,000 people will just look at someone else's feed, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Most likely, anyway. So, I don't know. I just assume that, I'm thinking these things, and that it's probably just the cynical old man in me.
Yeah, exactly. I think we should have conspiracy corner here in Salty Language.
No, we should not, because I am really not a conspiracy person.
But we could pretend, Brian. We can come in with all kinds of goofy shit.
That we could do. Yeah, I'm sure there's a like r/conspiracy where we could find some fun stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or other places, but
I mean, I saw a hat on a post somewhere that I had to Google to see if I could buy it, and you sure can. It just said Bigfoot exists, and he tried to eat my ass. I was like, I kind of want that hat.
Wow.
I don't know where I'd wear it, but it made me laugh.
Whenever you're going out with Dev.
Yeah. Yes. Well, to kind of piggyback your story there,
Yeah.
just a wee bit, I have another Popeye's chicken sandwich update.
Ah, damn it. All right.
Breaking Popeye news.
Right.
New Jersey police have had it with the Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
It says the Popeye's chicken sandwich has been an agent of chaos in an already chaotic year. It's been the cause of food fights, fist fights, a car wreck, a threatened shooting, and a stabbing. It could be argued that if people are going to act like assholes, they're going to act like assholes whether there's a chicken sandwich around or not. But it can be proven at the drive-thru of certain Popeyes in New Jersey, causing traffic jams on Route 17, and police have taken action. So they put an electronic sign out to Popeyes that says, "A sandwich isn't worth the ticket. Do not delay traffic."
Yeah.
So apparently what these people are doing are just basically blocking traffic and waiting in line for a fucking sandwich.
Yeah, sure.
So the police were, taking the hell out of them.
Well,
good for them.
Good. I mean, that's them doing their job, So.
Exactly.
And I
still haven't enjoyed the Popeyes sandwich.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I don't know how it stacks up against the Eggnormous.
I don't know.
But I'm just saying.
I'll say this though: I don't remember hearing any stories about someone stabbing someone else over an Eggnormous.
That's true. They don't know what they're missing.
Yeah, that's all it is. Now that you're putting the word out there,
putting the word out.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue your old man rant segment.
All right.
Why not? Let's do this. We need an old man rant sounder.
Yeah, we really do.
Not that I got one. I mean,
fucking A right.
There you go. So, have you ever partaken, Brian, in the store known as Five Below?
Yes.
Okay. So you're familiar with the concept that everything's $5 or less.
Yes.
So Five Below is talking about raising prices above $5 on some items.
Sounds like horseshit to me.
So, I mean, where is it? Horseshit! Sure is. So I got this, Dateline CNN. Five Below Popeye store sells products for $5 or less is undergoing a colossal change. We'll start selling things for above $5 for the first time in 17 years. Oh shit, son!
I don't like it.
So it says what they're going to do is they're going to have some items that could cost up to $10, but it's going to be in a separate section of the store called the 10 Below gift shop, so they can maintain their store name.
No, see, that's cheating.
It's cheating.
It'd be like, oh, look, it's a dollar store, and you walk in and it should be like, oh, well, this part of the store is the dollar store. Over here's the $12.99 store.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
That's what it says. Like, well, most of our merchandise is going to be below $5, so that's why we keep our name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you got that corner over there. It's a corner of lies.
It'd be so great to print out the thing from the "You Sit on a Throne of Lies" and just put one in every one of their stores.
Yes.
I'm not encouraging people to do this, but go do it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I wasn't introduced to Five Below until this year.
Yeah.
And it is a goofy fucking store. And I like going in there and just looking at stuff.
Do you know what my biggest gripe about the store is?
What's that?
I've never been in a place that smells like so much cheap plastic.
I mean, well, there's a reason.
Yeah, I mean, it reeks of just cheap plastic.
Yeah.
Like, it reminds me of when we were children's and we opened our toys. And you're like, oh my God, I gotta let this thing breathe. Like...
Or you were like me, you just huffed that delicious smell.
Whatever. Right. That's why you had 10 stinkors.
Stinkor.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I kind of thought I saw that come across my little news feed. I kind of thought that was some bullshit.
I do not like it, sir.
But I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go check it out and see what's in their $10 section.
Right.
Because you could get some decent stuff for $5 less. Imagine the $10 section. Be like, what is this? A car? I'm buying
right.
it.
This is a Yesla.
Yes. It runs on double A's. Like
and lies.
600 of them.
Shit. No, I don't like that. See, that's one of the reasons why I hate the idea of naming a store like that, because it really pigeonholes you. You can't, like, like, what are they supposed to do, like, with inflation and blah, 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 cost of living across time? It's like, we can't really sell stuff for Five Below now. We gotta go 6. Well, the chain's name is Five Below. It's like, yeah, but, like, Bigfoot's eating our ass here. Like, we gotta get...
For sure.
we gotta get that extra $1.
Yeah, order 1,500 banners that say +1.
Right.
Hang them up, Five Below, +1.
Right. Just a big red X, and a 6. It's like,
yeah, exactly. It's like changing a grade card grade.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I just feel like maybe they should have thought their name out a little better before they started.
Yeah, absolutely, right?
Or just start opening kiosks in malls that's the 10 Below.
Yes.
Or premium boutique.
Premium.
Or something, I don't know.
Boutique. I do have one more story.
All right.
This is a good one.
All right.
This is from our state to the north. Well, your state, Brian. You're still a Michigander.
Yeah.
I am no longer.
I still feel like
Hmm?
there's a state to the north.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, despite the fact I'm an Ohioan again, I still think my heart belongs in Michigan.
Right. Well, I'm saying is I still feel like there's a state to the north of where I am. I feel like Michigan's 2 states.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Dateline, Oshtemo Township, Michigan.
All right.
I mean, I'm just going to read you the first line here.
Okay.
A man is alive and well after he used an axe to fend off a convicted criminal that broke into his apartment.
Wow.
Now, if you saw a picture of this dude, he's got like your typical stoner beanie on. He's wearing a Star Wars hat, and he's got this big, giant, like, red beard. Right?
Yeah.
Ben Ball, that's his name, 36, used a replica battle axe to keep an intruder at bay.
Oh, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
He says the suspect dated his former roommate who left to get away. The suspect then showed up thinking she was still there. The suspect knocked on the door repeatedly, then kicked it in, while Ball was in his apartment playing video games and watching Rick and Morty.
Well, sure, because why wouldn't he be?
Ball said he had a reason to suspect the reason to believe the suspect had a firearm. And the quote is, "The door opened, I grabbed the axe, and then step, hit."
Wow. Oh, my.
The axe hit the intruder at least once in the torso, and the two started grappling in the apartment, destroying the place. There was a bloody mess everywhere. The suspect gave up and ran. Neighbor called police. Canines followed the trail of blood to apprehend him.
Nice.
So he spent the night in the hospital with substantial wounds. Whatever his reason was for kicking in the door, he probably was not expecting to run into a guy who spends his weekends battling other people with swords and axes.
Oh my God. I was going to make a LARP joke, but I would have been.
That's what he does.
Kind of, I mean, not quite. Well, it depends. I mean, there is a difference between LARP and then, like, remember, what was that at AnCon, wasn't it? Where people like fought with real weapons or whatever.
Yeah,
that we went
actual armor.
Yeah,
that's what this dude's into.
Yeah, okay.
He says he has a lot of weaponry in his apartment, like the kind Vikings and barbarians used.
Wow.
Says he's not working at Applebee's. He participates in events where people compete in ritualized combat.
Oh my God! What's this guy's name again?
Something Ball. Ben Ball.
Ben Ball. Okay.
He says he's got a double-headed carbon steel battle axe that was homemade by a gentleman. That's what I call my baby.
Wow.
So, yeah, basically, this dude kicked in the door trying to find his ex-girlfriend or whatever, and he kicked in the door for some...
And found a world of pain.
Chunky nerd that spends the weekend fighting people with axes and swords and has weaponry scattered across his apartment.
You got fucked up by a nerd.
Exactly. Playing video games. I hope he was playing online, talking to people like, "Oh shit, someone's kicking my door in, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my baby."
and my GoPro.
I just love step, hit.
Wow. Well, I mean, I guess that'll teach the guy to kick a door in, eh?
I know, right? You would never expect to be hit in the torso of a battle axe, I guess.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, a bat maybe, a broom handle, maybe, but yeah, not a full on. I mean, not even like a hatchet or something. I mean, this dude straight up.
Yeah, straight up battle axe.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, you got to protect your shit, I guess.
It was a double-headed battle axe. So
Wow.
I mean, that's like a Conan battle axe.
Right. I mean, if you're gonna do it,
Do it, yeah, do it right.
Do it right. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, hopefully that intruder learned his lesson. Fuck.
I mean, I would certainly think so.
Wow.
Step, hit.
Step, hit. Yep. Oh man, if that dude does not get T-shirts made with step, hit put on it, he is missing an opportunity. Like with some chump like swinging an axe on it, like it's a baseball swing or something, bat swing.
Oh, absolutely, like the MLB logo.
Yeah. Step, hit underneath it. Fuck.
Yep. Man, we should be this dude's marketing.
We should copyright it right now.
Exactly.
Yes. Like, what do you mean I can't make shirts with that? All these two assholes in Ohio/Michigan own the rights to it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't even know how they knew about it.
Yep.
They listen to the show, those bastards.
Yeah. Cuts to a picture of us just rubbing our hands together, Wow. All right. Well, that was a good one, Dad.
Yeah, right.
Man. I mean, unless you got more.
Yeah,
that's all the stories.
No, I wanted to save the best for last.
You certainly did.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess let's do a Dude Mountain update since we didn't do one last week.
Oh, shit, son. When you say Dude Mountain, do you mean
Dude Mountain?
I do, yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, let me tell you. It's hard down here, Brian. It's hard down here. Because the D-gens from up north at the very bottom of the pile.
Yeah, you're actually now the D-gens from that down south.
Yeah, really.
Oof.
Sure, I may have forgot to make picks this week except for Monday night game because Brian reminded me too.
Yeah, I do what I can.
Yeah. Oof.
Yep.
Yeah, I am resting about probably, I don't know, I'm up to my neck in the broth of Dude Mountain right now.
Nice.
It's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
But above me, you got the Salty Bottoms.
Yep.
Followed by the Mascot Super Fight. The Sexy Skeletor is coming in number 8. The Hard Passes, number 7.
I'm climbing.
Ditz Dan. Climbing. You're climbing the mountain.
Yep.
Ditz Dan Show. They're at number 6. The Jackal May Rise. 1. He's coming in at number 5. Dr. Feelgood. 4th place. Then the top 3. Mike Hawksmall. The Underdogs. And stupid motherfucking Madden 16. Which does not make sense to me to this day.
No.
Is not only in number 1. Is 10 points ahead of number 2.
Yep.
What in the fuck is going on here, boys?
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, isn't it?
It's ridiculous, isn't it right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm about ready to start taking your picks and just trying to make some money.
Yeah. You know what'll happen is it'll start shitting the bed.
It'll derail immediately.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Be like,
Yeah,
Tony's
course.
attached to
there's
this.
There's no stakes involved right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be fine. If there was actually money involved, it would be derailing left and right.
Yep, exactly. That's really what it is. Because I had thought about that at some point, too. That'd be kind of fun to get onto, some shady betting site and, just see what happens. But it was like, the second I do, it's going to just start shitting the bed.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
still, though, 96 points, 10 ahead of second.
Yeah.
Doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. And didn't even have a great week.
No, but I mean, looking at the numbers, it's
Yep.
still in the top 3
Yep.
because there was a bunch of people tied with the same amount of points. So,
Yep. That's.
I mean, nothing's going to compete with my numbers. We're playing golf, right, guys?
Last on the scoreboard, but first in the hearts.
Fuck yeah, exactly.
Oh man! All right.
Well, I guess that's your Dude Mount update, y'all.
Sweet.
Do-do-do-do-do, mountain, do-do-do-do-do, mountain, do-do-do-do-do, mountain, mountain.
You know, it's funny. I was talking to Dev when we were sitting there, on our date, and
Just
I was telling him
looking longingly into each other's eyes.
exactly. One candle lit. It was lovely.
Yeah, nice.
Guy playing a fiddle next to us.
Sure. Was it the devil?
Yeah, I mean, it might have been.
Was it a golden
I
fiddle?
know. I was telling him how I was like, when I found out how much he's doing right now in his life, I'm like, dude, I don't know how you have time for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I work a full-time job, and after I get off of work, I don't know, I don't have time for anything else really.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you're figuring that. And then that's when he was like, do you remember when I told you I couldn't do Dude Mountain this year because I didn't have the time?
Mm-hmm.
This is why. And that's what reminded me. I'm like, oh shit, I never updated any of my stuff.
Whoopsie daisies. Yeah.
So daisies.
Oh well, what can you do, right?
Can you tell?
Oof. All right. Well, I guess with that, head on over to saltylanguage.com and, you know what to do over there. Click the links and fiddle around and, I don't know, send Tony smoochy messages. I don't know, whatever it is you do when you go there, you know.
Erotic.
Yes, very sensual.
Yes, exactly.
You can find links to the networks that we're part of over there, like the Tangent Bound Network and
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
Entertainment. So go check those out. Or don't. I'm not your boss. And,
Well, I mean, kind of. They're listening
you're
to
right.
us.
The advertisement for showing our network on this episode was for our pal, my co-host on the Crazy Life, Heno, on the other podcast he's part of called Moving the Needle. I believe the newest episode they've released, they are reviewing. What's that show called? Enchanted, I think it is, or something like that, or Enchantment. I forgot what the Matt Groening Netflix animated series. Disenchantment. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I forgot to write it down a minute too.
No, you'll be all right.
Anyways,
I got you, Brian. I got you.
Sweet. So they're covering that this week. So go give that a listen, maybe. Or don't.
Well,
Be
for
jerks.
sure, definitely.
All right. Well, then definitely. Tony says definitely do it. So do it.
Definitely do it.
Definitely do it. Definitely Whopper. Notice I said Whopper, not Whopper. Definitely enormous.
Maybe once or twice in your life.
It seems like a terrible idea.
Right.
If you want to contact the show, you can email us at saltylanguage@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami.
You can find me at Monotony. We're also on the gram, son. Don't be looking for our likes because they're not going to be there.
They might be. I still see them.
Is it salty_language on the grams? I can never remember.
I don't think so. I think
it's just salty language on the
it's
grams.
just salty language, yeah.
In theory, we're on Facebook, but I don't think either one of us really looks at it.
Ugh,
I'm so close to just deleting my Facebook.
I hate it. I want to get rid of it.
Every day I get closer and closer to the edge.
And I'm about to break.
Nice.
I guess I could have went the other way with it. But...
Like, I'm on the edge.
No, I was thinking.
No. No?
I was thinking, the don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to lose my head.
Exactly.
Hell
man.
yeah.
All right, so yeah, go hit us up on all the social medias and, follow and like and share and, I don't know, pay tributes and whatever it is that you do. So,
Finger aggressively.
Yeah, that's always the move. No matter what you do in life, finger aggressively.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, I should have saved that for the end. So anyway, I guess until next time, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Stay salty, y'all.
And we both hope everybody has an enormous week.
I mean, if you're into colon damage and self-esteem damage, sure.
And who isn't?
Who isn't?
Yeah.
Oh, also, shout out History Pod. Just saying.
Nah, forget them. No.
I don't even know what they are on Twitter. Sorry, guys. I should have done more research.
That's all right. We'll shout them out when your episode airs. Or episodes, I should say. So.
Hell yeah, buddy.
All right.
That's right, brother.
Fight the power.